Consider the life of someone wielding immense power, commanding millions, and possessing unparalleled freedom. Yet, this remarkable stature is marred by relentless dangers, conflicts, illnesses, disloyalties, and frequent rejections. Imagine navigating such a complex existence. Marcus Aurelius, a figure from history, endured these challenges daily, facing what can be described as an intensely distressing and alienating ordeal. In this video, I'll explore how Marcus Aurelius discovered solace and direction in Stoicism, which he embraced as a philosophy to counter his discontent. When faced with unresponsiveness, it's challenging to remain composed and not feel as if you're treading cautiously. A lack of response doesn't imply defeat or the need to concede. How might you turn such setbacks into opportunities? By the conclusion of this video, you'll learn strategies to cope with being ignored, including employing reverse psychology to make the other party reconsider their stance. Before we delve into the topic, I encourage you to hit the like button and enable notifications. This is crucial as it signals to YouTube your interest in the content, helping to broaden its reach. Your support is greatly appreciated. Number 1. Respond with indifference. When faced with being ignored, a surprisingly effective response can be to also ignore the person. This approach, though it might seem unconventional, often works well. Use this challenge as a catalyst for your own personal development. Being ignored shouldn't just be something to tolerate. It's an opportunity to excel in patience and insight. Rather than mirroring their lack of interest, embark on a path of self-exploration and strengthening your emotional resilience. Reflect on what you stand for. Concentrate on your own actions. Cultivate emotional self-sufficiency. This isn't about triumphing in a petty game for attention, but about honing the skills of inner calm and self-restraint. In the drama of life, you're the scriptwriter. Craft your narrative with honor, fortitude, and intelligence. Let this incident be a stepping stone towards becoming a more self-assured and stoically inspired individual. Number 2, keep your emotions in check. Dealing with being ignored by someone, whether it's a woman or a man, often tempts an emotional response. Yet the most effective strategy is to remain composed. Stoicism, a philosophy that values emotional stability, encourages one to stay calm and resilient in such situations. If you're ignored, Stoicism suggests looking inward rather than reacting impulsively. It's important to practice understanding and maintain self-awareness, responding respectfully and with integrity. For instance, if someone ignores you, a Stoic approach would be to continue being courteous and amiable without any expectation for a particular response. You can inquire if there's an issue and if they'd like to discuss it, but do so without demanding validation or showing desperation. Should the ignoring persist, maintain your composure and act appropriately, steering clear of annoyance or displaying vulnerability. Focus on yourself and your behavior. Show strength, confidence, and understand that the actions of others shouldn't impact your self-perception or principles. Stoicism teaches to concentrate on what we can control, our actions and attitudes, and to accept what's beyond our control, like the behavior of others. This embodies the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, bravery, and moderation in our interactions. Number 3, shift your focus away. A practical approach when a woman ignores you is to consciously stop dwelling on her and redirect your attention to yourself. Begin by transferring your focus from her to your own life. Compile a list of your objectives and pursue them actively. Engage in a new hobby or initiate a fresh project. Make arrangements to spend quality time with friends and family, enjoying their company. Allocate time for self-reflection and personal improvement. This strategy aids in cultivating a positive mental outlook and diverting your attention from the woman who is ignoring you. Eventually, you'll find that her lack of interest becomes insignificant. Number 4, Show your worth through character. When faced with being ignored, one effective response is to emphasize your personal strengths, like your intelligence, humor, and charm. Stoic philosophy views such situations as chances to demonstrate your worth through virtues and ethical conduct. Rather than just impressing with wit or intellect, Stoicism encourages displaying your value through wisdom, compassion, and honesty. For instance, if overlooked in a discussion, participate positively by modestly offering your insights, responding respectfully, and listening carefully. Focus on staying authentic and highlighting your capabilities in line with Stoic ideals of self-betterment and regard for others. By maintaining balance and respect, irrespective of others' attention or acknowledgement, you embody Stoic values of prioritizing character and personal actions, showcasing wisdom and restraint. This approach not only brings personal fulfillment, but also creates a more profound and lasting impact on others. Number 5, discontinue communication. When a woman ignores you, a decisive action is to end all contact with her. This involves stopping all forms of communication, including texts, phone calls, and other interactions. If feasible, avoid her presence as well. For instance, halt sending messages and don't reply to her texts anymore. If she isn't responding to your calls, cease attempting to reach her. In social situations where you both are present, refrain from engaging in conversation or making eye contact with her. Number 6, challenge her assumptions. In response to being ignored by a woman, consider disproving her presumptions about you. Show that you're different and more capable than she might think. For instance, if she underestimates your intelligence on a certain subject, demonstrate your understanding of it. Catch her off guard with an intriguing story or a clever joke. If her perception is that you're dull, reveal your more interesting and engaging side, emphasizing that you're not someone to be overlooked and that you have more to contribute. If she continues to ignore you, don't internalize it. Rather, focus on your own development and self-improvement. Number 7, enjoy yourself outdoors. When you're being ignored, one of the best things you can do is to go out and enjoy yourself. Engage in activities that bring you joy, be it watching a movie, playing sports, or just strolling in the park. Bring along friends to keep the atmosphere upbeat and to reinforce your sense of worth. If you're still feeling low, consider trying out a new eatery or attending a different event to change your routine and possibly meet new people. Number 8, enhance your social standing for self-growth. In Stoicism, enhancing your social status is viewed not as a tool for impressing others, but as a journey towards personal growth and contributing to the community. When you're ignored, Stoicism encourages you to concentrate on self-betterment and actively participating in community life. Engaging in activities like working out, indulging in hobbies, acquiring new skills, advancing in your career, volunteering and networking are considered ways to develop your character and benefit society. Share what you're passionate about and your experiences genuinely, aiming not to garner attention, but to truly connect with people and communities with similar interests. This reflects Stoic principles of self-improvement, contributing to the greater good and forming substantial connections based on mutual respect and common interests. Thus, when you work on building your social status, aim for personal enhancement and making a constructive impact, rather than simply trying to appear more appealing to others. Number 9, behave as though they are not there. When you're being ignored, one approach is to act as if the person doesn't exist. This involves not starting conversations with them or making eye contact, and instead finding someone else to engage with. For instance, at a social gathering, strike up a chat with someone other than the woman who's ignoring you. In scenarios where you must interact with her, Keep the dialogue strictly professional and steer clear of personal subjects that might lead to conflict. If she persists in ignoring you, don't react. Simply walk away. Remember, moving on is often simpler than attempting to resolve a situation that's beyond your influence. Number 10. Use silence for self-reflection, not as a weapon. A response to being ignored could be to give the silent treatment. However, in doing so, demonstrate that you're not taking her for granted. Stoicism offers a unique perspective on the silent treatment. Rather than using silence as a means to elicit a reaction or make a point, Stoicism encourages using it for self-reflection and emotional moderation. When opting for silence, Stoicism advises using this time to introspectively understand your thoughts and emotions, doing so calmly and clearly. It stresses the importance of choosing to respond or not based on your own values, not as a method to affect the other person's actions. This attitude fosters inner tranquility and self-discipline in line with Stoic principles and avoids participating in potentially manipulative or retaliatory behaviors. Therefore, if you decide to remain silent, let it be a process of inner contemplation, not a tactic to sway the other person. This exemplifies Stoic prudence and restraint, focusing on personal conduct and growth. Number 11, seek self-contentment over attention-seeking. In situations where you are ignored, resist the urge to seek attention. Rather, let your actions subtly suggest that something valuable is being overlooked. Stoic philosophy teaches that responses to being ignored should center on personal contentment and emotional self-reliance, rather than employing strategies to make others feel a sense of loss or projecting confidence through negative remarks. Stoicism recommends upholding dignity and self-respect by exuding confidence and independence, not to influence how others see you, but as a manifestation of your own self-worth and stability. It advocates for finding joy in your own activities and interests, adhering to your values and engaging with others genuinely without relying on their approval. So, instead of desperately seeking attention or trying to make someone feel they're missing out, focus on building your self-confidence and deriving pleasure from your own accomplishments. This approach aligns with Stoic ideals of wisdom, self-discipline, and concentrating on what lies within your control, your attitudes and actions. Number 12, exhibit warmth with emotional detachment. In situations where you're ignored, avoid taking it to heart or reacting negatively. The best response is to act kindly while maintaining an emotional distance. This approach is in line with the Stoic practice of not internalizing external events and remaining composed. It's recommended to acknowledge the person politely and warmly, like wishing them a good day or offering a simple greeting, but without expecting a response. The idea is to show emotional detachment, not due to indifference, but as an expression of your inner calm and self-reliance. This method is consistent with Stoic values of focusing on what is within your control, such as your reactions and emotions, and accepting what you can't control, like the behavior of others. Number 13, conceal your struggles and maintain composure. If you're being ignored, it's crucial not to show that you're having a hard time. Instead, remain calm and carry on with your life as usual. The ideal way to handle being ignored is to keep your composure and self-assurance. It's wise to continue your daily life calmly and confidently, demonstrating that another person's behavior doesn't impact your self-identity. Stoicism teaches the importance of internal stability and self-confidence, advocating for polite and respectful conduct in all interactions without resorting to aggression or confrontation. This stance is based on Stoic principles of emotional resilience, wisdom, and integrity. It encourages a response that showcases your inner strength and steadiness, rather than outwardly reacting to external situations, proving that your confidence and self-worth are rooted in your own character, not reliant on others' actions or acknowledgement. This insight underscores the value of seeking relationships that are reciprocal and respectful. Thank you for tuning in. If this video has guided you towards a more insightful and fulfilling approach to love, I invite you to take further action. Please remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share your insights in the comment section. Your involvement is crucial in this path of exploration and ongoing education. Bear in mind that the foundation of healthier and more rewarding relationships is rooted in acknowledging actions and, most importantly, maintaining respect for both yourself and others.